All right.
This is your local web.
100 reasons to buy Bitcoin. Number 1, Bitcoin is the most censorship-resistant money in the world.
You don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, so don't freak out if you look at the price. You can buy a piece of a Bitcoin.
Number 3, the Dallas Mavericks accept Bitcoin on their website. You don't trust Mark Cuban? He's the best shark.
What?
Shark Tank is the show he's on. He's a shark.
What's a show? Bitcoin is the best performing asset of the last decade. Better than S plus P 500. Is that stocks?
Number 5, diversify your current portfolio.
Diversify your portfolio. Number 6, it is not illegal in the USA. That is a good reason.
Number 7, you holding just one Satoshi slightly limits the supply and can rise the price for everyone else.
8. In late 2019, hash rate is the highest it has ever been. Do you know what that means? No one does.
Number 9, suicide insurance. If Bitcoin rises in price, there is no worse feeling than regret.
Well, I mean... 10. Some of the smartest people in computer science and cryptography are working on it. Trust nerds. Who wrote this?
Number 11, look at this chart. No technical analysis. Just tell me what you think about when you look at
chart.
it.
Where are you gonna
We got 100 to go through.
12. Money is a belief system, and I want to believe.
Number 13, transparent ledger. No funny business going on. It is easy to audit.
Elon Musk is a fan. How's that for an appeal to authority?
15, there's a fixed limit in the number of Bitcoins that will exist. 21 million Bitcoin, 7 billion people on Earth. Do the math.
16. There are so many examples of governments inflating their currency to the point where it becomes unusable. Read the Wikipedia page for Venezuela and Zimbabwe.
17, altcoins make sacrifices in either security or centralization. There are altcoins out there that claim to be innovating, but just check the scoreboard. Nothing has flipped Bitcoin in market value or even gotten close.
Except Verge. With technology developing at a faster rate than law, governments and for-profit businesses have the ability to monitor our purchases, location, our habits, and all of this has happened without consent. People make jokes and conspiracy theory, but sometimes conspiracy is real. Most people are good, but there is absolutely evil out there. There are absolutely evil people in positions of power. There are absolutely evil people that work together in positions of power. Does anyone actually believe that Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide? Go read the Leslie Wexner Wikipedia article. Go read the Cypherpunk Manifesto.
Number 19, the upcoming halvening in 2020 will reduce the number of Bitcoin created in each block, making them more scarce. And if history repeats itself, may be more valuable.
I don't understand a word of that. 20. Bitcoin has lower fees than traditional banking. And you know who does the banking? Bankers.
21, gold has the advantage of being a physical thing. But unlike gold, you know Bitcoin is not forged or mixed with another metal, and you can easily break it into tiny pieces and send it to someone over the internet.
I mean, it's... Yeah, okay. We'll say that's true. 22. Bitcoin could spark new interests. Maybe you start to read more into economics, computer science, or Brock Pierce.
Number 23. Bitcoin has survived with no leader, marketing team, public relations, or legal team.
What about that Yakamoto guy? Satoshi?
Satoshi was
Satoshi Yakamoto?
he wasn't any of those things.
Suzuki? 24. Because Wired magazine said Bitcoin was dead at $2, Forbes said it was dead at 15. New York Times said 208, and CNN 333. You know what it is now?
Number 25. Just do a cost-benefit analysis. What happens to Bitcoin if it fails and goes to zero? Versus what happens if it succeeds and becomes a world money?
Globalism. Bitcoin encourages long-term thinking, planning, saving. Due to inflation, we are punished by holding on to cash. Look up the statistics on the average savings account while we are bombarded with consumerist bullshit like Funko Pop heads, Loot Crate subscription services, and new syrup flavors for coffee. Currently, we are encouraged to spend now, seek immediate gratification, and ignore what we are becoming as Amazon picks out our clothes and toothpaste, ships it to the house, and we sit and watch streaming services where content is pushed to us and I'm supposed to buy this garbage that's actually trending. Our lives have become so comfortable that idiots spend $60 to escape a room and have someone take your picture when you get out. What would our ancestors think?
Number 27. Maybe you're a day trader looking to use a trading bot in an unregulated market.
Are you kidding me? I have 3 paragraphs and you only get these shorts. 28. Bitcoin. 7 letters. Lucky 7. ... I don't understand that one.
There's 7 letters
No
in
one
Bitcoin.
understands.
29. Bitcoin promises to bank the unbanked and provide services to those otherwise not qualified to open up a bank account.
30. It's just cool. You don't want to seem... You... Do you edit this? Don't you want to seem smart to all your friends? So that they call you a nerd, make fun of you, and kill yourself?
31. The origin story is so nuts. There's going to be a movie or several movies about the early days of Bitcoin. Satoshi Nakamoto remains anonymous to this day. Imagine if the inventor of the cell phone was anonymous.
Is his name really Satoshi Nakamoto?
That's the username he used.
Oh,
It is-
Nakamoto. I said,
It's
okay.
widely considered to
I thought
be
I
a
was
fake name.
being racist saying that. Okay, no, it's fine. If you have money to burn, don't buy soda, weed, or some girl's private Snapchat. It's a dead end. Put it towards Bitcoin. What? Oh, okay. 32. If you have money to burn, don't buy soda, weed, or some girl's private Snapchat. It's a dead end. Put it towards If you have money to burn, don't buy soda, weed, or some girl's private Snapchat. It's a dead end. Put it towards Bitcoin and give it to your child in the future.
33. To avoid getting ripped off by foreign exchange fees, just because you were born in one place and your friends happen to be born in another.
34. Can't live off the grid in your log cabin and still use MasterCard, can ya? Bitcoin is one piece of opting out. Except you're off the grid. How do you use a digital card?
35. If one country adopts BTC as the national currency, it doesn't take much thought to realize that other countries will follow.
36. Join a welcoming and unique community. Everyone is super nice because they want your money.
37. You can stick it to the baby boomers.
You can stick it to the vegans.
39, you can stick it to Roger Ver.
Whoever that is. 40. Maybe your IQ is 70 and you'll do whatever CNBC Fast Money recommends.
41, maybe a hacker infects your computer and records you and threatens to release the tape if you do not pay them 1.5 Bitcoin.
42, you're a risk taker looking for some risky investment.
Number 43, aliens attack like Independence Day. Blow up major cities in major countries. Your money is still safe with Bitcoin. As long as there is some guy, some person, living on an island with a copy of the ledger, you're good. We're all good.
Okay, 44. Many proposals to scale the number of 44. Many proposals to scale the number of transactions. What is this sentence?
Almost halfway.
44. There are many proposals to scale the number of transactions. May the best plan win.
Number 45. One day you might have to use BTC to pay taxes, buy food, and charge your Tesla.
You want to support a political group and remain private.
47. You can trust math more than you can trust people to set an emission rate.
You know who made math? Wait, an emission rate?
Like how money is produced. How much of it?
Government don't know how much you have.
Number 49. The first response to Bitcoin being published by Hal Finney stated that Bitcoin was positioned to reach $1 million valuation.
To reach $1 million valuation.
Hal was the first bull and passed away in 2014, missing a lot. Hashtag do it for Hal.
50. Bad boys can't freeze your money if they mad at you. Oh, you mean the feds. The feds can't freeze your Bitcoin. That's actually a really good reason.
51. The Big Bang Theory mentioned it. Maybe you want to be like Sheldon, the Bazinga guy.
52. Midlife crisis.
53. Be contrarian. In a world where everybody zigs, sometimes it's good to zag.
54. Don't have any hobbies and you just need a reason to get up in the morning.
55. Enjoy learning. Bitcoin is a topic where there is so much to learn and so much development that it really becomes a never-ending journey. For someone who likes learning, it's more productive than speedrunning a video game.
56. YOLO! You only live once. This isn't a dress rehearsal. If there's something you're kind of interested in, pursue it. That's true for anything, not just Bitcoin. But if you're watching this, I'm assuming you're interested in Bitcoin, right?
57. Bitcoin is not a Ponzi scheme.
Or is it?
It is not a Ponzi scheme.
Or?
The difference is Bitcoin does not need new people buying in to work. Blocks being added will continue regardless of whether or not the number of users. Bitcoin will continue.
Doesn't make any sense though.
If the user base stays the same as it is now, it will not fail. In a Ponzi scheme,
people would have to still keep buying. Oh yeah, the number of people.
it would still work.
But what if it's just one person who buys all the Bitcoin? It's worth nothing.
It would work.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
it'd be
if
worth
one person owned all of them,
Yeah.
that's impossible at this point.
I'm just saying, gotta think of the extremes. 58, with religion on the decline. What? Maybe you want to join a cult.
You don't agree with
Crypto Twitter is a great echo chamber to meet like-minded people. So wait, Bitcoin is a cult.
59. Satoshi Nakamoto found a way to distribute a global currency in a fair way, with the ability to adjust the mining difficulty as we go. It's really incredible. You still need computers and electricity to mine, but it's an extremely fair way for people to earn. There was no pre-mine of Bitcoin.
That's not what I read.
Everyone who has Bitcoin either bought it at what the market said or they earned it.
Yeah, we bought it at what the market said, but it went down. 60. No CEO in charge of Bitcoin to make bad decisions or a board of directors that can make changes. The user, an ever-growing number, are in charge. But didn't we say that it didn't have to grow?
Number 61. Bitcoin has no days off. It has no workers in charge who can call in sick or take a holiday.
Bitcoin has survived 10 years. While there will always be dangers, I'd argue that the first few years it was most vulnerable to fail.
Number 63. Have some trust in the cypherpunks. Anyone who held and didn't sell Bitcoin as it went from pennies to 5 figures
Hodl!
is not looking to get rich.
Hodl!
They're trying to change the world.
64. Democratic candidate for president Tulsi Gabbard disclosed owning Bitcoin.
Number 6.
And she's hot.
Number 65. Digital money is the future. Anyone who has tried Venmo can see that. Well, Bitcoin is a digitally native asset.
You should edit this like they do those quick cuts in those popular videos.
Probably gonna need to do that.
66. Refugees can use Bitcoin to store their wealth as they flee a failing country. Not gonna add a comment to that.
Number 67. Bitcoin is an open source project. Anthony Pompliano likes to call it a virus, but I like how the author of the Bitcoin Standard describes it. Bitcoin is like a song. As long as one person remembers it, you can't destroy a song.
But you can alter it. 68. Triple entry accounting. When humans first started recording who owes who what, we had single entry accounting. The king's little brother would keep everything written down, but we had to really trust this guy because he could simply erase a line and that money would be gone. When double entry accounting started to spread 500 years ago, it brought with it massive innovation. Businesses could now form relationships across the ocean as they each kept a record. We did not have innovation again until Satoshi's Bitcoin, where blockchain can be used as the neutral third party to keep records. It might not sound important, but blockchain allows us to agree upon an objective reality.
Number 69. Bitcoin is non-political.
70. Bitcoin is easy to accept. I mean, kind of. It's certainly easier than setting up a bank account. Well,
What's your little
when I
comment on
had
that?
to get my Bitcoin, my Coinbase account, it was severely more difficult than a bank account because of the internet, because they had a lot of traffic. Okay,
Fair enough. 70. I said to accept. To accept, you just need to put your address. 71. A sandwich used to cost 10 cents in America. I walk in the Subway and they don't even have $5 footlongs anymore.
You know? Wait, seriously?
Inflation, man. Jeez.
72. It's a peaceful protest.
That's a good one. 73. Critics say that mining wastes electricity, but if Bitcoin adoption continues, the world will actually be incentivized to produce more renewable energy. There are so many waterfalls and sources of energy in the middle of nowhere right now. People might not see a reason to build a power plant over there now, but in the future, it can make business sense. Take that waterfall, you mine Bitcoin, and sell them to people who can't mine. It allows for a business to sell their energy anywhere.
Didn't understand a word of that. 74, get into debates around Bitcoin politics. Build those critical thinking skills.
All right, we've got 3 quotes in a row. 75, predicting rain doesn't count. Building arcs does.
The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time was 10 years ago. The third best time was 5 years ago. The fourth best time was 2 years. One of the best times is now to plant a tree.
Number 77, I never considered for 1 second having anything to do with it. I detested it the moment it was raised. It's just disgusting. Bitcoin is a noxious poison.
Who said that one?
Charlie Munger, who's like the Berkshire Hathaway piece of shit.
The Immaculate Conception. No cryptocurrency can have a start the grassroots way Bitcoin did. It's just impossible given how the space has changed.
Number 79, there are more than 1,000 times more US dollars today than there were 100 years ago.
80. Bitcoin is the largest transfer of wealth this decade from the least curious to the curious.
Number 81, here's another chart. This is the market price for Bitcoin from September 3rd each year.
82. You can send money to a good friend in a country that is labeled as a bad country.
83, memorize your key and walk around the world carrying your money in your head.
Free speech.
Number 85, go look up a video on how much effort and how long it would take to hack SHA-256 hash.
Yeah.
I actually put it in the description.
Obviously. 86. The Federal Reserve is objectively way too powerful.
Number 87, John McAfee promised that if Bitcoin was not valued at $1 million by the end of 2020, he would eat his own penis on national television. It will be a sad day if that does not happen. I don't want him to eat the penis.
88. The Apple credit card.
Number 89, if we ever get artificial intelligence, it'll be able to interact with Bitcoin.
That doesn't make any sense either. 90. Katy Perry is aware of crypto, so if by some chance you run into her, you get one chance to strike up a conversation, so here's your chance to shine. You don't ask for a picture, you don't say she's pretty, or name her favorite song. Take your shot and ask about what type of cold storage she uses for Bitcoin.
91, many people are afraid of a world currency because it's associated with a centralized world power taking control. Bitcoin allows for fair world money.
Stick it to Mark Zuckerberg.
93, developers, 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 developers.
94, about 85% of the supply has already been mined. That means you shouldn't buy Bitcoin then, right?
No, you're running out. 95, Bitcoin can always improve. As long as the proposal is really good, the code can be upgraded. And if the baddies invent ways to hurt the chain, we can just fork off. It's just code.
Fork off. 96. Memes.
97, name recognition above all other cryptocurrencies.
98. 3% discount with Bitcoin at Crescent Tide Cremation Services. Nice, can't wait to die.
99, like having a Swiss bank account in your pocket.
100.
100,